maybe that great leader there in Chichok, in the Crane, wanted spiritual guidance. Maybe they'll tell him, well, you need to go and do a sweat. If the political life is getting too much for you, you go to the sweat lodge. Anybody here been in a sweat lodge? I've been. Yeah. I did my own little vision quest down on my mom's property to think things through. Okay? And it was just one day. Okay? There's more intense ceremonial things you can go to. And those are slowly coming back to the communities. Although we got resistance, it's not, sometimes it's a hard nut to crack. When people are conditioned to think one way. And that goes for any group. Okay? Yeah. Like we especially when the Eagle staffs are meeting. That was my dream years ago. This is the 12th year that we've been doing the gathering of Eagle staffs. So the Shawnee town is more than welcome to bring their Eagle staff. May have a little bit of a problem at the customs, but because they want a word to get those eagle feathers.
Eagle feathers.
Are you a niche there? You went and shot a beautiful eagle out there on the tree? Oh, I tell you. Me, I always bring up the Jade Treaty. I just sit back. Where are you going? I'm just coming across, maybe to go and eat and shop. I'm waiting for them to ask me why. Well, according to the Jade Treaty, I can come across without no hassle. But you gotta speak. Speak up. One time there, oh my Lord, I was frustrated to the T, trying to remember my own teachings. I'll have to tell you this little story before I go to the next one. And this little girl comes out. And she comes out. Where are you going? I looked at her, I said, just up and around. Well, you got your ID? Well, yes, here's my status card. I gave her my status card. And what's your citizenship? I says, I'm North American. Well, she come back out. Says, do you realize you can go to prison for falsifying what citizen you are? That you're an American citizen? I looked at her, I says, you said I was American. I said, North American. In your training, when you're to do the customs or the police or any other FBI or whatever, you're supposed to get those teachings about certain treaties that are in place for the tribal people or the First Nation people. You must have read about Jade Treaty. Well, you don't have to get so snotty, she says. Oh. Well, you're the one that got snotty with me. And by then, like, my hair back here was standing because I hadn't seen mine for an hour. But anyway, that's just one of the things that happens sometimes. I'll call it a little snotty. But anyway, I didn't say nothing. Just read up on the Jade Treaty. I said, you'll hear, you'll know why we show you the status card. You know? I don't like the word status card for it. It should be a citizen of First Nation. I don't know. It's coming from Carrie's up there.
That's a building.
So,
Answer it, Carrie.
if you bring your eagle feathers, you might be questioned. The eagle staff. Because there's a lot of eagle feathers. Do you have an eagle staff?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Join us.
It's on display at the administration building.
Yeah, you should come and join us with let them visit all the other eagle staffs. Eh? So, the eagle, that one up there, is the highest flying bird. Right down to the little hummingbird, right down to the little robin, right down to the, okay, these are all birds. Every type of bird you could imagine is in that group, in that clan. But the eagle is the chip tobaneshi. Okay? And also they can see further than other B'nai Shisak. And you have, is this a competition or traditional?
Traditional.
Traditional? Yeah, we did a full teacher's manual on Jingnamuk, the college. It took 3 years to put together, and they talk about the Jingnamuk here. If you look at the birds, a lot of them dress as traditional dancers. They're the earth people. They are the protectors. They are the hunters, the warriors. At one time, only a warrior wore a bustle, but that's slowly disappearing also. All these animals, different animals, you'll see them in dancing in the Jingnamuk. Okay? And what they represent. I was telling my daughter there last night, or this morning. Holy Hannah, I said, I'll be talking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have Thursday off, and then I gotta go and MC a powwow. Friday. I might just get mixed up here, but anyway. So, I usually describe the dancers when they have the exhibition in what their role is and how we learn as nature people to follow. And it's even in our dancing. Okay? We're not going around in circles and round and round and round. We're doing something in there. Okay? So, they provided the vision for the great leaders. Interior and exterior. Okay? Are you following me along here and what the role of these animals are? Migonda. Mnedo Kendaswin. That's what it's called. Mnedo Kendaswin. It's spiritual knowledge. That's what that means. And that's what we learned from all the little birds. Okay? How long have I got? 5? Jeez, I got a lot of little animals to go yet. Jeez. Huh?
35 minutes. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Hey.
Okay, let's look at those martins. Oh boy, anybody here a martin? Anybody a little martin? Wabajish, that's what they're called. These guys. If these people up here decide they're going to go at war, they go to these guys. The Martin clan. Because they were the fighters. Hop on a horse. Way to go. The warriors. They were afraid. If you ever look at the behavior of a marten, anybody out in the woods? Any hunters out there? Hunting around for little animals? This little bugger boy, he can be mean. The marten? Yeah. Try and steal food from that little guy, boy. You pay the price. He's small. Small little animal, but boy, he's mean. So now we have the martens, and they have the same behavior. They're told to go to war, no different than the military wars that we have today when you enlist. Are you a veteran? No? Anybody here a veteran? Anybody fight a war? Okay. Vietnam? Afghanistan? All the other wars. The government said to the military, enlist and go fight the war. That's what their role was. Many centuries ago. Those Mohawks are coming up our way. Get ready for a battle, and this is the clan that we went to. Okay? The Martins. Wabashish. They were the Ochichak. That's another name for them. So, if you want to know the behavior of these little guys, like I said, they're not huge. They're just little animals, but that's big. They fight. They're scared of no one. Steal his food, boy. You know? So their role is the military, the warriors. See how nice our government system was in place? Way before contact. We had our teaching lodge up there, make decisions. We have all the clans. Just because you have 10 behind you doesn't make you less compared to the 200 people or 300 that the other clans people had. But those 2 little votes are just as important as the 200 votes. Okay? So, Shamagan Shakunagio, Wichita. And that's what they learned, observing that little animal, fish chicken. There to protect his kingdom, boy, I'll tell you. Okay? And sometimes and I hate to say it, but it's true. Where are all the warriors gone today? Who's there to protect? Like the AIM at one time. It was the grandmothers in Minnesota that organized their Wichita warriors, this proud race of men, to sober up and deal with the poor housing in that, it's right there, with my tongue here, Pine Ridge. And now, in a lot of tribal communities out there in Wisconsin and Minnesota, they have gangs now. They have gangs. That would be today my little snotty, I don't care how big he is, my grandson, if he ever talked nasty to anybody older than him. He's there to protect the rights of the people. And where are they today? Not saying take up arms and go and shoot people. But if you have to, block the highway. Like we do up there. Grandmothers, women, children, young women, men. Why do I have to do this? Do you want to be native? Are you Anishnaebek? If you are not Anishnaebek and you'd rather have your drugs, get the hell off. Didn't make this sweater. Where's that warrior spirit? Look what's going on there today in the U.S. Nobody's going to come through this land. What's that law there that they have now? It's called to protect the... Since after 9/11.
Homeland Security.
There we go. The U.S. is right there to protect. No terrorists welcome here. What about the people that break the treaties in tribal communities? Where in the hell are they? But anyway, I'm getting political here.
Fired up.
Yeah. Getting all worked up here, for heaven's sakes. So, the spiritual people, or the Martins, boy, if they wanted protection, you go to them. That was their role at one time. But somewhere between here, there, everything was broken down, including our clan system. That was broken down, our government structure, that was broken down. Today, we follow the same voting as what everybody else does in this country. You know when it's time to do the voting? Somebody's running, maybe there's 3 people running for tribal. So you go behind the curtain, I like him, I don't like him. You vote. It is the first time in Ontario, about 6 years ago, where all the chiefs met. There were 133 First Nations, and they neglected my dear friend there from Sagamok. It's right here, Soapman. And they stood behind the one that they wanted. They didn't go and vote over there. They went and stood behind the one that they wanted. They put the blanket around him. Because he was the winner, because that one over there only had 10, and this one had 200 or whatever, 130 or something. And there was no hard feelings. And that's how our people used to do that. People should not be afraid of the consequences of what might happen to them if they don't vote for the right person. Like me, I got 6 chiefs to choose from when I go back home. No, that's September 19th. They're all good people. But who's the most capable person that can go and talk to the government? Because we got one hell of a lawsuit going on with the government, and we need a strong chief that's going to go there and talk. Not a wimpy person there. Might sell the whole land. I don't know. I like throwing little things like that. It's not to be offensive, but oh, sometimes it just gets to you. Okay, let's look at the Washkesh down there. Who wants some Washkesh suck? They learned from the Washkesh and their role in the providers, the gentle people, Washkesh, the well-being of the community. These guys. If you look at a deer and their behavior, they're gentle people. That animal, gentle animal. He's swift. Nothing. Might get scared off once in a while, but he is a very gentle person. So they have a balance in their decision making, because they are the gentle people. I think there must be some deer hanging around here. Not the animal, the plant. Is there any Pelchies? In the tribal? Pelchies? Well, some of our people moved from, that's why we got Odawas here, and Odawas in the island, Odawas in Oklahoma. Those are all our kinfolk. Well, one way or another, we're probably all related. Because Manitoula is over there. It's not too far. And the great chiefs over here, and the community used to take the chiefs at the time, of that time, and when bury them on Manitoula, in the Dodem, the land of the spirits. We're not talking about 100 years ago, we're talking centuries. That's before that border was there. Okay? So, they were also the builders of shelters and keepers of the food for the survival of the people. You know, when you think back and how we survived thousands and thousands of years, everybody had a role in it. When it's time for war, you call the Martins, Wabashish. The gentle people, the providers. They gave up their food. I know some people that go hunting, they put their tobacco down when they, especially the hunting season. They put their tobacco down. And I'll tell you, if you're meant to find a deer or see a deer, you'll get one. But if you're not meant to see one and kill one, you won't. Okay? You'll come home empty-handed. But the deer clan at the time had a role. They made sure there was always food. Food can come in many, many forms. Could be the fish, could be other animals. But they survived Washkeshak. Okay? That was their role. Okay, the medicine people, Makwak. Remember what I told you? There was a few of them that stood on the outside over there, and one leader went inside. Well, their role is to. They're the medicine people.